Just walking over here to just stand there and adjust the camera, and someone's making a beeline right for me. I start saying out loud, I'm like, no, there's no reason for it. No, there's no reason for it. I don't think they weren't coming up to me, but they were, you know, coming right for me. So I don't even, I don't wait for them to get super close to start going into their thing. But the thing is, in here, it's usually not that bad. You don't get a lot of people bothering you in here because it's a mall. And usually people that are going to bug you aren't in here. I used to come in here early in the morning, get these little rocking chairs up over here. I was sitting in them and kind of space out. It's a cool place, especially like this kind of time, before noon. As I've said many times, walking around here before noon is awesome. It's like pre-pandemic Waikiki. Walking around here probably in this very place after 1 o'clock, yeah, it's not good. It's time to stay away. There's definitely a time. Yeah, the people that cause the most trouble tend to sleep late, which is good because I'm like a morning person. So, not so much that I get up in the morning, but I'm usually up from the night before. So, I go out in the morning. Same thing. Had to go to the crazy overpriced toy store to see what they had. And buy some more plastic crap. Today, plastic crap is, if I can get them out of the fucking bag, Roman Reigns. Not proud of it, but I'm letting you share in my shame. Yeah, it's kind of hot in here. It's there's no roof to it, so you kind of it's not like a regular mall where there's, you know, the temperature changes. You're kind of dealing with the outdoor temperature. This part has a roof, but the rest, most of the mall really doesn't. When it starts raining sometimes on Kalakaua or Kuhio, I run into here. You know, and then remember, once I run in here, it's like, oh, it rains in the mall too. Our shopping carts for luck, if they can be on this point. Wow, someone, Hope Bubbles knows that. Everything's so overpriced in here. Like even this toy place I just went to. Like figures I see at Ross, like as far as toys are concerned. Figures I see at Ross, you get $5, they're like 20 here. Because it's designed, like everything else in this immediate area, it's designed for tourists, and there are mainly tourists in here. So, when you're visiting a place, you can't really be picky about prices, and you're already spending an exorbitant amount of money just to be here. So, I mean, if the toy store wants to hit you up with another 10, who gives a fuck at that point? Yeah, I'm lucky that I live here. Like, sometimes I forget about that. Like, people pay a lot of money just to come here for like a couple days or a week at the most. And it costs a lot of money to do that. And I live here. It's pretty cool. It's the nicest place I've ever lived, that's for damn sure. I mean, you know, I live in the cities too, but I mean, this is a city technically, but it's like a beach city, so it's a little bit more less extreme. It was, you know, not to go on over it again, but before COVID, it was really different as far as being next to what a city is. It was very laid back. Not a lot of city type stuff because there wasn't the city type characters that we have here now. But what are you gonna do? It's still better than like Philly or like, you know, Chicago or God forbid Detroit or something. Like, you can't live there, you know. I mean, I couldn't. I don't know what the fuck I'd do there. I haven't lived in some bad places before, but yeah, this is definitely the nicest. Catching up on a lot of footage I have on my phone because I wasn't able to do it. Yeah, just when in doubt, backed all the way up. Let them do what they're gonna do. Okay, and then stay away. I give people a lot of space. Not those kids. I don't care about them, but just everybody else who's kind of not paying attention and looking at their phone. Like, I look at my phone when I move around too, but I don't. I make sure to look up every once in a while. A lot of people don't. They're just like, they're in the fucking matrix. They're in the matrix and in the matrix. A double matrix. Video I posted today, although earlier I was trying to explain the system as it exists, like the system of creation here. And one thing I thought about after seeing a video that Niven posted about how to bring out other dimensions with simple drawings. He mentioned, I always say everything's a frequency here. It's just all frequencies. But I made a mental note to say here that time is not a frequency. Time and distance are like separate things. They're not on a frequency. They're just like, I guess you'd call them features. They're features of the snow globe. And when I say time only exists here, I don't mean in this, although I do say time only exists here in this 3D realm. Time exists here in the snow globe. So it exists for other people, other possible people that are in their own, on their own frequency, of their own cities, looking at their own sidewalks and stuff. But outside of this, of the snow globe, into the greater whatever the fuck is out there, beyond the firmament, there's no time out there. There's no time where we come from, or God originates from. No such thing. There's the concept isn't even in your mind. When I was a kid and I hear about going to heaven for eternity, it used to fucking freak me out. But a lot of shit used to freak me out as a kid. I was one of those kind of kids, you know, just like everybody else is just having a good day, and I'm sitting there thinking about where the end of the universe is. How can it be infinite? But so the idea of heaven and eternity used to fucking freak me out. Because like, it doesn't matter how good it is. At some point, you'll get kind of sick of being there, won't you? I mean, that bugged me for a long time. Adjacent concepts like that, like eternity, used to freak me out. But there's no time there. There's no time in our home dimension from our point of origin, in my opinion. You know, there's no time there. There's only time here. There's only time, right, where something needs to develop. Because time is one of the ingredients to develop something. And in this particular case, it's our growth as a divine being, the progeny of God. We must grow, and without time, it wouldn't happen. It's one of the ingredients to this whole fucking incubator stew thing here, but it's not anywhere else. So when you go dimensionally, or if you want to, you know, use it, wherever you go outside of the snow globe, outside the firmament, you're not thinking like, oh God, it's been a long time I've been sitting around here. Because you probably don't even, you'll forget, like a dream, how we forget things in dreams, you know. Once you're there, you'll start to forget this world too, because this world is, you know, just another dream, just another layer on the layer. But yeah, time doesn't exist anywhere else but in the snow globe. So when you're in heaven, or whatever you want to call the places you go after this, you're not sitting around thinking about it, because I don't think you'll even be able to conceive of it. Like how when we first get popped out here, we have forgotten everything. We are a clean slate on the surface. Actually, all the information about our past and who we are, and every question that we could ever ask is written in code on our DNA. So we have all the answers and all the questions. That's why quiet reflection is the key to unlocking this whole fucking thing. And that's why they don't want to give you quiet reflection. You have to stay on the treadmill and keep producing the gold for Mr. Gold, or else you're going to be a homeless person. And if you're a homeless person, in a lot of places in the U.S., they're trying to criminalize that. I don't understand how that works. I don't think it's great that there are homeless people, you know, those that are on drugs and, you know, pissing in front of people's apartments and stuff. It's not good, right? But at the same time, you got to get a better solution than, we'll just criminalize it. They're not going to go to jail. All the homeless people I know have like stacks of citations. You know, occasionally there's a thing where they let you come in and pay like a flat fee to clear them all up, and they do that occasionally. So I had a couple friends that I knew went and did that thing and got rid of them all. But yeah, criminalizing something, usually it doesn't work. It's like the thing with drugs, the drugs that you war against fucking drugs. You know, how'd that turn out? Well, it's supposed to not turn out good. It's supposed to drive it underground so that people can make profit off it, drug dealers or whatever, warlords or, you know, gangs, because the gangs work with the government. I mean, they're their own guys. You know, that's why they want to take away any kind of natural, like in the case of pain relievers, the kratom, they're always trying to get rid of it. I think this whole 7-0 thing is a way for them to get rid of it. I got a whole rabbit hole that I've dug about that. But yeah, basically, they'd rather have you be on pharmaceuticals, right? And then people say, well, you know, what if you can't get on these pharmaceuticals? Do they want you on the street buying drugs? Yes, because that's them too. They're in the drugstores behind the counter, and they're also on the street corner. Same guys. You know, you got to go through like a group of them to get to the guy. I'll get to the guys, but that's their business too. They don't give a fuck how you get it. Either you're going to be one of the people that waits in line at CVS, or you wait till the man texts you back. I can't decide what's worse. Jesus. As someone that's had to do both, I really don't know what I well, I guess with CVS, at least you know you're gonna get them. Sometimes, I used to get so many things that, unless I went to the same place all the time, and even going to the same place, I had to get the same workers, or else I get the pharmacist comes over to the window and he waves me over. Did you know that you have a prescription here for Adderall? 350 instant release, twice a day, and you also have what is that shit? Clonopin, max dosage of that, and you have Ativan. Clonopin and Ativan do the same thing. Yeah, I know. I'm only on Clonopin because the Valium, we like to change them out every once in a while to help, I don't know, keep the strength strong, because I'd be in Valium for a while and they would start to get less strong. I'd have to take more. So then we'd switch over to Klonopin and into Xanax. So we'd cycle through these benzos, but I would also, at the entire time, get Ativan for breakthrough anxiety. But it's fucking, I know it's jealousy. He's just like, look at all this good shit this guy's in. Okay, so you get Adderall, and you get these benzodiazepines? Yeah. I'm not faking these prescriptions. How'd you call a doctor? So yeah, you run into that sometimes too. The pharmacist wants to be the doctor so bad. They couldn't swing the extra 2 years in school, So, for whatever reason, money or just didn't want to do it, so they settled for being a pharmacist. That's a real hard job to get, but I just took the knees out of it. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm just being a dick, but they are kind of bitchy. You know, they want to fuck up your day because like you'll have the stuff. I don't take any of that stuff anymore. But I'd have all my prescriptions ready to go from my doctor, and it might be like a Friday. He might be gone. And I'd go in to pick up my stuff at CVS and just happen to get the wrong guy. It's like the cops, you know what I mean? Like you get the wrong one, and you're fucked. You know, they're just... Or they don't like the looks of you. I used to get that with older women sometimes. They wouldn't like the looks of me. You know, Joe Biden supporters. And they'd see me, and they'd just get the fucking vibe that I'm a base Chad, and they're like, oh, fuck this guy. You know, I'm going to give him a hard time. That absolutely happens. Same thing with cops, too. You know, it's unfair, but it's, you know, how the world is. But what are you going to do? Also, a nice little walk. That's all it was. I think I cleared up that thing about time a little bit, or made it look murkier. I'm not sure. But yeah, time's only here, so take it out of the equation. It's not a frequency. It's just like, I don't know what you'd call it. It's a persistent, it's a feature, I guess, of the fucking realm. It's a realm feature, time. And our time, unfortunately for now, is up. I'll be back. Thanks for dropping in. Until next time, don't blame the teacher. Blame the squeal.